The lights are coming on. It is Cluffy for Paul. James, the championship leader, is second. It is lights out and away we go. It's a decent start for the force into, but 2 Manas behind as well. Getting close. Clifford looks like he's going to retain the lead into turn 1. James can't do much about it and starts to stay.
Oh, I've lost my front wing.
Second. Obviously heavy on the back, and it looks like it's Owen Quimble who's losing parts of the car already, and we've only got through turn 1. It's Cliffy got a bit of a lead over James now, but he's had a bit of a scruffy exit through there, but James is lagging like crazy on my screen. Philip the Manor is up to 3rd. I think he started 4th.
Oh, Owen, for fuck's sake.
There's always in the background. Sean is losing time. Paul McGuinness is going to go up the inside here. Paul McGuinness, and he's made another very good move there. Paul McGuinness, they cut up with Sean. Sean's off. Sean is off in the Manor. He's in the grass. Paul is now in the gravel. The Mercedes going up the inside, and that was.
I've lost some of my
front wing.
Well, Phil.
Yeah, I've lost some of that as well.
Phil is round. Mike is in 7th with TFC. Matthew in the corner also with 8th. But Paul McGuinness. Did he take Sean out there? Well, that'll probably get investigated at the end of the car, battling at the back behind Owen. And it's Jack Gooding along the back of Johnson for 10th place. The final point, Jack Gooding is on the hard tyres. And it looks like so to Chris Johnson. Owen's going very slowly. We're on the leaders are now approaching 130R. Sean is right up the back of James. Is he bringing himself in? The championship leader is slowly losing time to Cliffy, and Sean, James has gone off into the grass. James is on the grass, going to lose even more time. Sean is right up behind him in the Manor. Can he make a move for a second?
No. The engineer just goes light rain in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Light rain in 5 minutes. This is going to spice it up. If you get your strategy wrong, it's going to cost you it. And James is in. James is in for Red Bull on lap 3. And just so you guys know, there is a trial of strict corner cutting. We might see more penalties getting introduced, but James is in. So Matthew and Phil have got corner cutting penalties. I told you Sean was on the grass, he was cutting corners, but James has made the pit stop and gone on to the hards. If light rain is in 5 minutes, he just slots him behind. Andy is on fresh softs. Can he get past the win as well? That hard's very underseen. He's having a look on the outside. Ginger Andy is getting returned to the inside. That's a brilliant move from the Scotsman in the Williams. Ginger Andy devotes to win another place. But is he going to come back at him here? And no, he's not. And it looks like Andy is actually streaking away from Owen on those hard tyres. And the clouds are starting to cover the circuit. Bullet, who does have corner cuttings, is on the hards for Manor. Jack Pearson is under a bit of pressure from James. It says, the car leaving the pits. Oh, what's that moving under the braking there from Jack? That was a bit vicious. James has now got the inside. He can't make the move. But Cliffy was leaving the pits there. And Jack went right on the spectator cam. Whether he did it or not, or it was just lag, that was going to push James into Cliffy. That was a bit risky there from Jack. Could have took them both out. But now he's in the mix of this. He's staying out for the wet period.
The wet period?
Phil is 50. Ritson is leading this race, and Paul has dropped back. If Ritson pits, this will give the lead to Paul.
Weather report.
Ritson stays out. Paul stays out. If the rain comes, these are going to bring these two into play. Jack Hickman has also stayed out in the Force India. Mike Noon stays out. Chris Johnson stays out. Matthew stays out as well. So have Cliffy and James put themselves in a bit of bother here with pitting with rain due to come.
Come here, James.
Jack Pearson's all over the back of James. He's going to go down the outside. It's soft against hard. McLaren against Red Bull. Jack's made the move on James. The championship leader has just been overtaken by someone who's only got 2 points in the Drivers' Championship. Jack Pearson is up to 8. But Ritson's tyres are looking very worn. And Paul McGuinness, let's go to James instead. James has made the move on Jack. McLaren are going to risk it and are possibly going to stack their cars.
We might have to stack, mate.
Mike Noon, is he going to come in on lap 7? On those worn softs, he is in. Chris Johnson stays out to take the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Mike is in. But
Fuck,
let's
got to
keep an eye
drive
on
through.
this.
Fuck!
Mike's going to drive through, speeding in the pit lane. Where is Jack? He's not in the pits just yet. Mike is in his pit box. Puts his
Oh
arm,
my
big enough
God.
gap.
Oh, now you've
McLaren's on it,
accidentally
will Jack
picked the
get held with the pit
intermediates.
link
You idiot.
Jack
Oh no.
is going on to hards. He's going
No,
on to the
no,
hard. Oh
why
no,
are they
they're
waiting?
standing there. They're doing nothing.
What's going on?
McLaren, just like
He's on
the
the
Honda.
inters.
Oh, he's on inters. Jack
Yes.
Pearson is on the intermediate tire.
Get in.
It's raining.
And it's raining! It's raining! It's raining on the spectator cam, but it's far
Yes.
too early for intermediate
It's
tires.
not raining on hard cams. Trust me, it's not raining on ours.
It's raining for
It's
Chris
raining
Johnson
into
in
turn 1.
sector 2.
It's raining into turn 1, yeah.
It's raining in sector 2, but it's too
Super
early
winds,
for
mate.
Jack. Here we go, Chris Johnson in. Let's see if he pulls into the pit. He'll be losing a lot of timing because the undercut is so powerful in this game. Chris Johnson is staying out. Trans Tost doesn't know what to do. Does he pit him in case the track doesn't get wet enough?
It's getting wet now. It's getting wet now.
It's getting bloody wet.
That's
No.
Paul McGuinness battling with Mike Noon and Jason Andy as well. He's been mugged by two drivers, so that's showing that the drives maybe just have the upper edge. Mike Noon
Oh,
is
it's a car off,
struggling
Matthew's
through
off.
there. Matthew's off, but Toloroso is stuck
I
in
need
the
to go.
grass, I think.
Why have I got another drive-through? It's a bastard joke.
Matthew, the track is damp. He's got stuff on his tyres. I'm surprised he's even get that thing moving. Jack Pearson is struggling. That enters might be overheating. The track does not look well enough yet. Coffee is right up the back of Chris Johnson. This is getting interesting in the final couple of laps. Coffee is second, Chris Johnson's first, but still yet to make that pit stop. If the
I
track
don't know
is
if
winner,
I'm pitting or if
he
I'm
might
coming in
pit
for
for
a
the
drive-through
inters.
this lap. I don't know.
Weather report.
McLaren doing a weather report. There's spray coming up on the curb. DRS is still enabled. Charlie Whiting hadn't disabled it yet. He's got the slipstream. He's got the DRS and possibly Rickman. Clippy to take the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix over Chris Johnson. There's no spray on the camera, but he moves up the inside. He's got white. Clippy goes wide because Johnson swoops back up the inside to take the
Who's in the
lead
pits?
back.
Who's in the pits?
Lap 11. The track is getting worse. Clippy's hit the grass. Chris Johnson is holding on for dear life. Championship leader James has pitted. He's gone into the inters and is leaving in P5.
Weather report.
2 laps to go. This is getting very interesting. Here we go. Cliffy's right to the back. He's pretty much pushing him around there. Chris Johnson. I don't think the track is going to get wet enough for him. But
How
Cliffy
have I not
is
lost
closer
any
than he's
front
ever
wing
been,
from that?
coming to 130R. In these conditions, this would be risky going down the outside. Helicopter cam. And he's backed out of it. That was a sensible thing to do. It's hard to go around there in dry conditions, not when the track is getting wet and you're on slicks.
Okay, James is on inters and I'm closing in on
It's
warm
not
parts.
getting wet enough, and Chris has to pit or he will get disqualified.
This time around out.
Chopper cam is still there. No, not anymore. Cliffy pulls to the inside, got the DRS, and this time, does he run wide? He has again. Christopher swoops back up the inside to take the lead back off Cliffy. But Cliffy's got
Oh,
a
nice
better
jockey.
run. He's going to have the outside, the same turns to the inside, but Chris Johnson holds it for now. And Nick
Yeah,
is getting very
guys,
frustrating
it's
for
not
Cliffy.
wet enough.
Chris Johnson
Shouldn't
goes
be.
wide.
No, I shouldn't have gone. It's getting really
Fuck.
wet.
Oh, they make
Sorry.
contact! Cliffy's in the gravel. Cliffy is in the gravel. Did Chris Johnson put him in there, or was it just understeer with the conditions?
My
But
tyre
Chris Johnson
got 50%.
has to pit, or he will be
There are
disqualified.
certain parts
So
where
really,
it's wet enough, and there are
Cliffy
certain where it
has
isn't.
won this Grand Prix.
Parts where it's just nothing.
Just wait, hold it off till Chris pits. This old Cliffy's going for a tax number. Chris Johnson's in the gravel. He's going to watch out when rejoining.
What?
That was-
That's a 5-second stop go penalty.
Chris Johnson's now got a 5-second stop goal penalty. But Cliffy starts the final lap of this Grand Prix in clean air. So let's go see if there's any other battles happening on track.
No.
It's the first time I've got enough track all race.
Cliffy in the Force India. He managed the track conditions very well. Almost put it in the gravel on the penultimate lap. But it's Cliffy to come home and take the Japanese Grand Prix. He comes home in first, and his closest person to him was Ritson. Daniel Ricciardo, Leo Haryanto.
Nice penalties there.
Look at all the penalties. Wow.
Cliffy has taken the championship down by 10 points on James. Can James Get the points extended as lights out, and away we go from James, from Paul. Cliffy seems to have a decent run into turn one. He's going to have the inside. Richards in as well with Paul, and John in the back end. Ritson on the left, Cliffy on the right. Richards going to go for the outside. Cliffy backs out of it, and James holds the lead, but Ritson, who replaced me,
Fuck
is
you,
up to
Phil.
second. James holds the lead.
Whoa, Jack Hitman's just gone into the back.
Ritson having a look up the inside. Paul's having a look up the inside of Cliffy as well. Paul McGuinness, the Ferrari. Is it going to go on the outside? Goes wide. Track limits. We are now using set corner car. There's a Renault.
How the fuck did I save that?
And he saved it just. That was remarkable for my camera.
Much poo.
Cliffy has
That's
dropped
useful.
a plate to Ritson. James
Whoa,
leads. Ritson
Johnson,
second.
James.
Cliffy third. Paul
Glitching.
McGuinness fourth. Jack Hickman. Matthew is left the session. He's not even out. He's just left the session. Is that going to cost a safety car or a DSC? But James continues to lead from Ritson. Cliffy, who took the championship tie down to 10 points, has lost the position off the start and is third. Paul McGuinness then having a look at the back of Cliffy. Jack Hickman is
I haven't quite recovered from that,
but
Jack.
the top four have got a bit of a gap to fifth, and Sean is over the back of Jack Hickman. But we've got to stay
They've
here.
both got
And it's
such
gonna
bad
be
lag.
an
Sean and Jack
absolute
Hickman. It's
split.
like racing fucking Owen and John.
A slipstream fest now. Can James hold it into turn one? Ritson is gaining, but he's too far back. Cliffy is gaining on Ritson. Paul McGuinness is gaining on Cliffy, but again, the straight's not long enough. But this is a track with track extending and corner cutting is into play, so we could see a few penalties or even disqualifications with the new strict corner cutting.
What are we
James
doing here,
still
Andy? Are we
leading
racing or
the
bumper
way.
car?
Racing, oh, bumper cars on the radio. Ritson can he get a good run because he's under some immense pressure here from Clifford, the big red dog, as they go down the start finish straight. James gets to the fastest lap. Cliffy's going to pull to the inside to take back second. Clifford the inside of Ritson, Mercedes versus Force India. Ritson tries to hold it on the outside, but he can't. But he needs to have a decent run there. Does he go back into the slipstream? Indeed he does. Does he go back up the inside of Cliffy? Trying to hold second, but he can't. And the race winner last time out takes second place over Ritson. And can Paul get past the
Oh
Mercedes as
dear.
well?
Everyone's off.
Over the back of that Red Bull. When are we going to see the top two or even top four pit even? If you do, the undercut is very quick even, and James is in. He's just coming off then. Is anyone else coming in from the top four? No, they're not. Oh, massive lag there for Cliffy. We're going to hit the pit wall on my screen. But James is in. I'm going to call here so we can make the move on Ritson. Down into Thomas Simmons exiting the pits there. That was Mike Moon a lap down. He rejoins behind. That might have put Paul Ritson off a bit. But he has rejoined behind, so we're fine. James has rejoined in sixth place on the soft compound tyre. Is he in
Not
clean
lost.
air? He's rejoined ahead of Phil. He's got only clean air ahead of him. Will the softs go though from lap 7 to lap 18? Because tyre wear is quite high around here. Does Cliffy come in? Cliffy is... Besides the relay is coming in. Ritson looks like he's coming in as well. Ritson is in. Paul is in. And the car behind is also in as well. Let's stay then with Cliffy to see if he rejoins ahead of James. It's Sean behind. It's softs on as well for Cliffy. He's been held for the McLaren and the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Cliffy has lost a lot of time in the pit lane. Ritson and Paul jump second place. So when are they in contention with James?
I'm leading a race.
James had put a bit of a gap there. He's actually extended it. Owen Quimby is in second place, and Jack Pearson, you are seeing this right, is leading this race, but still yet to pit. Cliffy needs to get past. He's quicker than Paul, just on race pace. Wasn't much separating the top four. They were keeping together, so this is costing Cliffy. And Sean is also catching up as well. What tyres is Sean Collins on? He is on the soft compound tyre as well. Had Paul gone for the wrong strategy, there's a car up in the background. Paul is under pressure here from Cliffy. He's trying to go down the outside, tries to cut back, but can't make it work just yet. Cliffy right at the back of
Jack's
Paul.
in as well.
Owen is in the way, so James will be free. Go and take the lead this race. Cliffy's gone wide. Sean is right up inside there. DRX is open. It looks like he's lost a bit of time with cars weaving ahead. Must be who that is. I think it's Phil Bardwell. And Ritson it is. Phil and Bardwell
What was
are
your
going hammer and tongs for second place.
2.8.
And Phil
Mine's
hold it.
2.8 as well.
Back up the inside, trying to hold second, he's lost the front left, Phil's gonna have to spin, can he keep it at the wall? He can. Paul's also under pressure from Cliffy as well. It's all getting exciting now. Mediums against soft. Paul's got the inside. Sean is waiting for an action with Cliffy. That's a sensible thing. And backside of it. That was very clean there from Paul and Cliffy. And Sean is again waiting for an accident.
Mum's going on.
Oh,
Cliffy then, right
Jesus.
up, back. There's Phil Pitts going away with Paul. Phil Pitts. Very late call there. We could have given Paul the slipstream to try and help him defend this fourth place. DRS is open on the back of the body, but Sean is in the
Sean's
pit
off.
wall. Andy's back in the race. Cliffy does he go to the outside or the inside? Paul was defensive. Cliffy's glued for the outside to take the final step on the podium. He's going to try the switchback. That is wonderful there from Cliffy, and he's made the move on Paul McGuinness. Very, very good move there from Cliffy. But Paul isn't giving up. He's going back up the inside. This is with Ricardo plus Hamilton. Paul is on the grass, and he's going to let Cliffy go. He's much quicker on those soft tyres, but he's in the slipstream. He's gaining and gaining, but this isn't a place to overtake. If he can get close enough, he might be able to make the move again, or stick for the DRS next time around. That kick man had a very good exit out of there compared to Sean as we look up the inside, which is against it. Oh, bit of lag there. Look at Sean. I just stopped on circuit. Sean is all over the place with his lag. He's missed the apex. Hickman sticking his nose up the inside. He's going to wait for the DRS though. He's getting closer and closer to the back of that manor cart. The DRS is open, climbing through the gears. Right in the slipstream. Does Sean go defensive? Indeed he does. Jack Hickman, he also wants the inside though. That was very risky there from Jack Hickman. Waits on the brakes up the inside and makes the move on Sean Collins. But Sean Collins is trying to get the run on him, but Jack Hickman covering very well there. Jack Hickman is up into fifth. It's Sean trying to hold it round the outside. Not think much Sean can do. He's been struggling his last few laps. And can Jack Hickman now set sight on Paul McGuinness after getting past the manor? If he gets ahead of Jack, then I'm not going to do anything. Cliffy is going to go round the outside then of Ripton, down the start, finish straight on the lap 16, round the outside to go into turn 1. Ripton tries to hold up the inside. Who's going to get a better run? Cliffy has got marbles that's going to compromise his exit, but Cliffy does take second place over Ripton and is back to what he started.
Is that lap car in front of you, Jack?
Yeah.
But Jack has got like 10 billion penalties, so it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. You might not let me pass, Jack. You're
Just
the wrong
take it easy, Owen.
Save
Take it
yourself
easy,
some
Phil.
time.
Don't take yourself out, especially when Jack's got like 6 penalties.
Oh, there we go.
And we disqualified!
How is
Jack
that
Hickman.
How is that? No, I'm going to bed.
He's only got a few corners to go. Cliffy has managed to close the gap in, but again, not enough time. Round the penultimate corner comes James O'Connor, round Hungary. Round, now he's rounding the final corner. It's James O'Connor to extend his lead at the top of the Drivers' Championship. James O'Connor comes a lot across the line in P1. Cliffy managed to close the gap, but could only come home in second after dropping to third at turn 1, and Ripton comes home in third. Paul McGuinness comes across the line for fourth for Ferrari, and fifth place is Jack Hickman. Sean, after starting fourth, loses 2 places to come home in sixth. Chris Johnson, remarkable 10th place, then gets 7th. Owen is 8th, Phil's 9th, and Max Verstappen is 10th.